And now we interrupt, disrupt, and crash this station.
The man fighting for peace, his legacy, truth in a sea of stupid.
Filtered for your sarcastic enjoyment, Ghost Getter.
So a few years ago, I talked about stuff like this on my show, and I don't know if people actually got it, but there's tricks to the trade, and there are people out there that use things to get you hooked. They know a lot of people out there are saying, no, I don't want to touch that because it's bad. So we'll change this and that so people actually fall for it. Back in the day, they had back in the day, it was probably 5 years ago, I saw this thing that it was a angel board, pretty much a Ouija board, but they call it an angel board. It was it wasn't talking to anything bad or spirits or demons or anything like that. What it was actually talking to angels. And I actually seen this in a Toys R Us and Target, I think. And I looked at the board and I thought, okay, the only difference is they put an angel on it and they changed the color to pink. As if that would make a difference. As if that means that you're actually talking to someone else. But now the other day I've seen this and it caught my eye, and I started shaking my head and I asked myself again, what's the difference with this and something else? So this comes out, somebody posted this on Facebook, but it's actually December 2017. It's something similar to what I've seen. It says charismatics using Christian Ouija board to communicate with angels. And it says, this is by the News Division, December 20th. A week ago, we reported the charismatics, I guess that's how you pronounce it, are using Christian tarot cards, Crystal Alignment, a ministry run by Jen Hodge, had put together a destiny card stick to help reach people in the New Age movement. I've talked about how dangerous New Age is and how they make it look like it's, basically icing on a moldy cake. If that's what you call it. You can read about it here, and it's thing on there. But they have since pulled down their videos. We also reported Hodge's association with Bethel Church, which at first repudiated the tarot card ministry, but upon finding out that Bethel members were involved with it, they deleted their rebuke and affirmed the practice. If you have to do this, then wouldn't that be a false religion? Doesn't the Bible say something about divination tools? Steve Kozar at Pirate Christian Radio posted a satire piece about the Bethel board, a Ouija board type device by which charismatics can summon the demonic. While Kozar's piece was satire, it appears that the truth is stranger than fiction. Charismatics actually using Christian Ouija board, that's what they call it, not just as an evangelism technique. They are using them to communicate with angels. That's what they think. Called the Angels Talk, the message board that connects you to your angels. This device used to communicate with spirits. If you look at the board, it's really no different than the Ouija board. It's the same thing. They just, brighten it up with pretty colors and pink and purple and all that stuff and put an angel on it. It says Angels Talk, but it's still got the lettering and the numbers and all yes and no. It's all the same thing. Actually made to fool people in their particular religion and other people on the outside. This is definitely a dangerous, tricky, manipulative board, just like the Ouija board. Of course, this is no different than accepting little girl ghost and a little boy ghost in your house, saying it's actual real little boy and a real little girl when it's not that. It's demonic, and it's actually fallen angels that haunt you, posing as children, posing as your grandma, so you'll accept them into your house. This is no different. You get a Ouija board. People say it's evil. It's got a label on it as being bad, as being evil. It's not something you tell your kids to touch. It's not something you're supposed to mess with. So what they did for you to accept it, like the little girl ghost and the little boy ghost, is to brighten it up with colors and call it, you're not talking to demons, you're talking to angels. So this is how they pull a stunt like that to fool you and the rest of society. They just will not stop pulling something on someone and everyone else in society to throw them off. You know, if you have to do that and you can't be honest, then that's not good. If you cannot be honest with people and you have to trick them, then it's something evil. It's something that you don't want to mess with anyway. There's a reason why they're pulling this stunt, and it definitely isn't something you want to join. So these people are pretty smart in saying what they're saying. If it looks like a Ouija board to you, then it's because that's exactly what it is. Consider a Ouija board below. And if you look at it, it's the exact same thing as the angel board. Less sinister. Parker Brothers. That's funny. The only difference is the Ouija board is less subtle. The angel's message is identically designed to help people communicate with non-fallen angels. And this is interesting, 1 5-star review on Amazon where it could be purchased, although only used because it's currently not in production, says the following. This is pretty interesting stuff and pretty scary if you look at it. I mean, look at the Amazon angels. The angels talk. It's got kids' hands. It looks like kids' hands on it. May not be, but the angels talk. The message board that connects you to your angels. Hardcore import, 1997, $60. They got 12 used, 2 new from $255. Man, that's expensive. You could buy it for $61. And customers reviewed this item. Also viewed Angel Guide Board, Psychic Circle Magical Message Board, Angel Guidance Board, Enchanted Spellbound Spell Board, regular Ouija, the Truth Fairy. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, by Ken Sturgis, author, Deborah Taylor, and Larry Sturg. So this is on Amazon. That's pretty sad. And if you take a look at the reviews, they're wow, makes you wonder about people sometimes. I have been on a path of spiritual enlightenment for a year now. Can't use the Bible, okay. I have 2 other friends who have shared this path with me. We share books, experiences, thoughts, feelings, but when one of us, not me, bought this book and game board to communicate with our higher level guides or guardian angels, it became a turning point in my journey. So what are they thinking when it comes to using the Bible or something like that? I didn't think I was advanced enough or spiritual enough to make this thing work. I learned in about 2 minutes that doubting myself was doubting God and his angels in one evening. Wow. I met my higher guide, felt unconditional love, and knew I wasn't alone and never had been. Yeah, you haven't been alone, all right. I was convinced beyond all reason that I was deceived. No, they didn't say that. Of the presence of my angel. To this date, I call him Jay, as we haven't yet turned our energies to really work out the spelling of the name. I asked him if Jay would be okay, and he said yes. He has answered to Jay ever since. One evening before I was able to acquire an angel board of my own, I tried a Ouija board. It took several attempts before I was able to answer me. But when he did, I asked if he preferred the angel board, and he said yes. Oh, man.
Are you stupid or something?
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
We had a very difficult short conversation that night. The angel board is a must, bold letters, for all those who seek a closer relationship with their guardian angel and who have not had much practice in mediation or meditation and raising their energies to a compatible level with the light bodies waiting to guide us. Now, who in the world, where did they get this stuff from? Light bodies to guide us. I guess they're saying that's what angels are. If they only knew what really angels look like, not halos with babies and little thorns over there, little arrows, bow and arrows to poke you in the butt and make you fall in love. It's not like that at all. A 4-star review said, I bought my Angels board 8 months ago. I purposely waited to give him my review. I had had the best 8 months of my life. I have never been so at peace with myself. My friends and family have said that I am the more patient and loving, and I want everyone to know that the angels are very real. They are just waiting for us to communicate with them. They want to talk to us as much as we want to talk to them. Of course, with or without God's permission, I'm sure. The angels have important and loving messages to give us, and we want lessons to be learned. They are very funny, too. In a previous review, I was very sad to see a review by a person from Rome. I think he missed a very important part of the angels talk is all about. He is absolutely right when he said people need to be more careful. The Ouija-type boards. He was right when he said people sometimes don't realize that they're getting themselves into. You ought to talk. What he missed was that you don't need a Ouija board to call spirits or worse, demons. Our minds are so powerful. All we have to do is want it. The angels talk is to communicate with angels. So how do you know the difference? Just because they come down with a harp doesn't mean they're angels. Oh. You could bring anything out if you choose to. Be careful what you ask for. You may get it. This is very true. We begin our session with a prayer. We call on angels of God from the throne of grace to be with us as we play. And only angels of God. Oh, my goodness. Seriously? Come on, really?
And they are so dumb.
How stupid can you be? Don't tell me it's because of a feeling. It's because I get a feeling of how they are, and they come down and you feel such a closeness, and you feel such an amazing positive energy, and demons stink, and, smell like rotten eggs. And really? Boy, you have a lot to learn if that's what you think. Come on. Let's not be that stupid. Really? Come on. A 5-star review said, my cousin's friend has this book, Game Slash, and it is so awesome. We spoke with an angel who is so honest and true. I believe in her angel truly. After playing that game, we were really connected with her angels. I had so much hope and confidence. I truly believe in angels, and I hope to one day get in touch with my angel, and hopefully one day in heaven meet mine and her angel. This is interesting, too. And this makes sense. The angel board was created by Kay Sturgis, who is just so happens to be a tarot card psychic. Sturgis has also made tarot cards designed for teenage girls to help them make wise relationship choices. And you wonder why teenagers are so screwed up today, why they are the way they are. See, it's things like this that people throw on other people to manipulate others. This is almost like most of your politicians. They treat you stupid. They act like you're stupid. They're going to push you like you're stupid. And guess what? Then they ask for your vote because basically they're running off the fact that you're going to be stupid. So make bad decisions, have bad things happen. But no, it's an angel board. Only good things have happened because the board is purple and there's an angel on it. So, just because the packaging says it's good doesn't mean it's good. The front of it says it's a great thing to eat, but you read the back of it and it says all kinds of dangerous chemicals in it. Keep in mind, this is basically the same thing. Keep that in mind. Come on, man. Don't be stupid. You're being manipulated. You're being coerced into something that you do not want to play with. Just because you've had a great day or a great month. I've known a lot of people that were into, the new age spiritualism, have spirit guides, and play with things like this. And when they decided to go the right path and follow the Bible or God or whatever they do that's the opposite, all of a sudden this so-called angel gets angry and starts taking it out on the person and starts becoming violent and doing some very bad things. Everything turns dark. This is the trick for ghost hunters that want to go into places thinking they're real ghosts, thinking they're actual people, that if you start using things in your heart like God, believing in God and things like that, actual belief that these aren't who you think they are, all of a sudden they turn from nice little girls to people that start cursing you out and throwing things and being violent. My, how that changes all of a sudden. My, how that turns table and goes against you. Wow. What a coincidence, right? How things are. How strange is that? So don't be fooled by stupidity. These people, as many years as I've studied the way these New Agers are, they put this guiding light, spiritual kindness, and it's all the consciousness, and we're so caring and loving, and we just want to touch you and squeeze you and like a little fluffy doll, and we really care about you, and it's all tiptoe to the tulips. And next thing you know, they're being a-holes, okay? These people are not who they say they are. And if you go against them, or if you say anything different, then they become people of violence. Then they become people of assaulting nature, cursing you out, using all kinds of different things. Like, oh, what happened to the guiding spiritual kindness person last week? All of a sudden now we're turning tables and being different. Of course, I had one bozo or bozette getting into my YouTube page and leaving comments and being awfully rude. What happened to the guiding spiritual I'm kindness kind of person? Now all of a sudden everything turns tables and changes. So don't believe everything that people tell you. Don't believe what everybody gives you on the shelf. Try this. It's good. It's not what you think it is. I've talked about these before. I know that they're a manipulative tool. I have a hard time saying that word. I know they will deceive you. I know that they're not what they say they are. And there are a lot of them out there. And there are a lot of things like this out there. And I would be extremely careful about using them, about being involved with them, about hanging out with friends that use them and going to parties and trying it and all that stuff. Oh, it's completely harmless. Even if you don't believe it's actually true, think about the manipulation part, that these people are using you for other reasons, to make you believe this is right, to make you believe there's nothing wrong with it, to make you believe it's innocent. Even then, if you don't believe in it, you're still being manipulated. So I wouldn't try it if I were you, and damn sure wouldn't buy it. Look how expensive it is. So be careful about these things. They're not on the path that you think they are. They're not on your path, and they're definitely not here for you. They're here for themselves. They're out for themselves, as I found out previously before. Even people in some religions are like that. So be very careful about what people try to sell you, what people try to push on you, because it's not what you think it is. Stick with me. I've been doing this for years. Not the board stuff, but I've been involved in this in radio for years. I've been involved with how people try to work you and try to work other people for years. I know I've been around people that are like this. I've been around the ghost hunting life. I know exactly what is going on behind the scenes. I know exactly how things work. Trust me. And even don't trust me. Just find out for yourself. do your research. Don't believe reviews, and don't believe what everybody tells you. But do your own research and think about it before you actually do it, and don't be stupid. These things are not what you think they are. One thing's for sure, the Bible explains what angels are. The Bible explains how they work. The Bible explains about God giving them permission. The Bible explains who is in charge and who is not in charge. It explains who, like Gabriel and Michael, they explain all this stuff. They explain what they look like. They explain all of this, rules to follow, and are things not to do. And the Bible explains all this, and it says nothing about a halo. It says nothing about, the purple people leader in the halo with the wings and the harp and, shooting in the backside and you fall in love with the person next to you. It says nothing about this. As a matter of fact, think about it. You ever notice that when you look at how they portray demons in reality and life and everything, they're always these big, muscular, scary-looking Arnold Schwarzenegger type things. And then when it comes to angels, they're always these little baby, wimpy-looking things that look like you can beat them up in one punch. They make them look weak, and they make the demons look strong. Where do you think that comes from? Think about it. So think about things before you actually do them. It makes a hell of a lot more sense to do that. And don't use the excuse, well, the Bible is written by man, and I don't believe that because it's written by man, because you're believing what a board tells you. So think about it before you react, okay? So I thank everybody for seeing the video, and I appreciate everybody being here. And until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or just subscribe. I need more. It's always great to have it. And I appreciate those who just subscribed recently. It's nice to be over 100 for a change. And listen to the station, and click the links below. And I thank everybody. And until next time, see ya. And by the way, as I was downloading this video, I had to come back and show you this. What a coincidence. Free cookie dough when you buy a Ouija board, like you're going to bake cookies for the devil. A friend of mine was showing this on Facebook. Look at that sign. Free cookie dough with the purchase of a Ouija board. Wow. That's nuts. Hey everybody, don't forget to check out Reverse 96 FM on TuneIn, Streema, and now InternetRadio.com.